Alright, in this lesson we're going to look at parts of Metallica's 1. Alright, let's jump right in. We're going to start with a B power chord. You're going to have your first finger on the 2nd fret of your A string for a B, and your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of your D string for an F sharp. Gives us a B power chord. We're going to pluck strings 5, 4, 5. I'm going to go down, up, down, down, up, down, 5, 4, 5. Then we're going to take away this 3rd finger on to get that open D on the end of beat 2. So I'm going to go B, F sharp, B, D, and I'm going to go down, up, trying to down pick on the beats, up pick off the beats, sorry. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. We're in 4/4, so we're going to let that D ring to the end of the measure. So we got 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Measure 2 is the same, except that instead of B being on the bottom, G is on the bottom. So the 3rd fret of your low E string, I'm going to use my 2nd finger. I'm going to keep the F sharp where it was. So now I'm going to go G, F sharp, G, D. So I'm having to go strings 6, 4, 6, 4. And again, down, up. We're going to let that D ring again to the end of the measure. So we had G, F sharp, G, D. And then we're going to go back to B. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And then G again. But this time, on the end of beat 3, we're going to hit our open G string. So we're going to go 6, 4, 6, 4, 3, G, F sharp, G, D, open G, right? So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I'm going to hit that G with an up because it's on the end of beat 3. Then we're going to go back to B, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, then A, which is just like the B, but get rid of that 1st finger. So open A, your 5th string, A to F sharp, back to A to open D. So again, strings would be 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, then G again, G, F sharp, G, D, and then we have a measure of 2, 4. We're going to go open E, our 6th string, then B, the 2nd fret of your A string, then F sharp, the 2nd fret of your E string, back to B again. So we're going to go E, B, F sharp, B. In the F sharp B, I'm just going to bar my finger. Some people like to use 1 and 2, but I'm just going to bar it. So I'm going to go E, B, F sharp, B, and that's going to go 1 and 2 and again I would just go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, and that gives us our intro. So we're going to put it all together. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Here's G. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Back to B. 2 and 3, 4 G. Here's an open G and 3 and 4. B and 2 and 3, the open A, 1 and 2 and 3. Here's your G, 1 and 2 and here's the measure of 2, 4. Starts again, and 3. We're all the way back again. 1 and 2 and 3. 4 B, 1 and 2 and 3. Here comes the G with the open G, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and the open A, 1 and 2 and 3. 4 G. 4, E, F sharp, B, F sharp, and we start a 3rd time. The end of the 3rd time, it changes a little bit. We're going to, instead of a measure of 2 like we did before, we're going to have a measure of 4, and we're going to go E to B, F sharp to B, E to B again on beat 3. We're going to hit the B again on beat 4, slide a whole step to C sharp, and back. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or E, B, F sharp, B, E, B, and then the slide. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we get into the next part. You may want to subscribe to the channel here because I may end up doing that opening solo, but I'm not sure, but I may. Okay, here we go. So the next part, we switch now to 3/4. So it's going to be 3 beats per measure. We're going to start the same way, B to F sharp to B, just like we did before. But then on the end of beat 2, when we hit the D, we're actually going to hit 2 16th notes. We're going to go a quick down up. So we're going to go B, F sharp, B, D, D. 1 and 2 and up, and then we'll hit the F sharp on beat 3 and back open to the D. So we're going B, F sharp, B, D, D, F sharp, D, 1 and 2 and a 3 and I'm going to pick it as 5, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So notice when we went to the D before, we would have hit it with an up. I'm hitting it with a down now because I want to do 2 16th notes on the end of beat 2. 1 and 2 and a 3 and. So B, F sharp, B, D, D, F sharp, D. All right, then we're going to go to our G. And this time it's just a little tiny bit different. We're going to go G, F sharp, G, D, just like we did in the beginning of the tune. 1 and 2 and. Then we're going to put the F sharp back on for 2 16th notes on beat 3. So on the B power chord, the 2 16th notes were on the end of beat 2, and they were the open D string. On the G, the 2 16th notes are on beat 3, and they're this F sharp. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and G, F sharp, G, D, F sharp, D. Can't really say that fast enough. 1 and 2 and oops, I played that wrong. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So here's our B. G. Back to the B. G. B. Oh, I think I played that B one wrong again. But anyway, so far we just have those two forms, right? The B, where you play the 2 open Ds on the end of beat 2, 1 and 2 and then you finish it with F sharp to D. And then our G, where you put the F sharp, the 2 F sharps on the end, on 3 with 2 16ths, 1 and 2 and 3 and. So let me try that one more time here, and then we'll get the last part of that. 1 and 2. B. G. B. Now we're going to go to A. Now the A is the same as the G rhythm. It has the 2 16th notes on beat 3. So we're going to go A, F sharp, A, D. That's the same as we did in the intro, right? And then put the third finger back on the F sharp for 2 16th notes, and then instead of open D, it plays the open G, the third string, right? So we're going to go A, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, G, 1 and 2 and 3 and A, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, G. And then we're going to go back to the G, and this time it's flipped around. It's going to be the same rhythm as the B. So if only time it happens on the G, but this time we go G, F sharp, G. The 2 open Ds are on the end of beat 2, just like they were on the B. 1 and 2 and a 3 and. So let me piece this all together now. Here's our B, 1 and 2 and a G, B, G, B, A, G. Kind of fun, right? And now to get out of this part, we're going to go open E. We're going to put our first finger on the, so that was your open E, your 6th string, right? Then you're going to put your first finger on E an octave higher, which will be the 2nd fret of your D string. You're going to hit that on the and of 1. You're going to slide it very quickly to F sharp. We're going to go 1 and, and then we're going to come back to the E on the and of beat 2. So 1 and 2 and. So you got low E, E on the 2nd fret of your D string, slide quickly up to F sharp, come back to the E on the and of beat 2. 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and then for beat 3 it's an F sharp power chord, right? In 2nd position, first finger's on the F sharp, 2nd fret of your E string, 3rd finger's on the C sharp, 4th fret of your A string, and we're going to go string 6 to 5 for F sharp to C sharp for 3. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and, so we're still in 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and, slide up a half step to G, and you're going to, on the G one, you're going to go 6, 5, 4, 6. 6, 5, 4, 6. So it's going to give us 1 and 2 and then you'll slide up a whole step to A to give us just 6 to 5 for 3 and. So the G was 1 and 2 and 3 and, or strings 6, 5, 4, 6, 6, 5. So that whole little section that's going to transition us into the next part is going E, F sharp, G power chord, A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and